Our game reserves, of course, have announced. You know who the starters are, and we talked earlier, Michael-Brantley is the one that hurts me, but here you go. Here's the starting lineup. Not the lineup, but the starters. Gary-Sanchez, the catcher from the Yankees, Carlos-Santana of the Indians, dj-Lemahieu from New York, and Jorge-Polanco, Minnesota. Alex-Bregman is the third baseman from Houston. Then you've got Mike-Trout, George Springer, Michael-Brantley, and Hunter-Pence. All starters.
That is a pretty good outfield.
That is not bad at all.
George Springer, wow, he missed a lot of time, but
well, anybody on Houston's pretty good. All right, let's take a look at the reserves of the American League. You've got James McCann, the catcher, Jorge-Abreu, and then Tommy La Stella, who probably not many people have seen play. Francisco-Lindor at shortstop, Matt Chapman from Oakland, and Whit Merrifield out of Kansas City. Mookie Betts, Austin Meadows, Joey Gallo, J.D. Martinez, and Daniel Vogelbach, all filling out the All-Star rosters, except for the pitchers. Let's take a look at the pitchers. Verlander, Cole, Giolito, as well as Minor, Odorizzi. Whenever I see Odorizzi, I think about going to a breakfast place and ordering eggs Odorizzi. Marcus Stroman, the pitcher. Then you have John Means of Baltimore, Charlie Morton, Ryan Presley, Shane Green, Aroldis Chapman, and Brad Hand of the Indians, left-hander coming out of the bullpen.
That's a serious bullpen.
That is a serious bullpen, and I, for one, from the Indians' point of view, I'm glad he blew a save. I didn't like that he blew a save, but for the pressure that would be on him,
right,
just get it over with, take the loss, and move on.
That was an ugly one to lose.
5 runs.
Yeah.
Well, the whole weekend then got ugly too.
Yeah. So, and that's baseball, right? I mean, you never would have. Who had thought that the Indians could lose 13-0 in back-to-back games
to anybody?
To anybody, but yeah, right. The Orioles are not good.
So how do you explain it other than that's baseball?
I think that is the only explanation.
Because I get so many people that say, "Well, it's an easy division, it's an easy league." No, it isn't. It's tough to win baseball games.
Right. And if the pitcher isn't on, Mike-Clevinger, I think we should talk about him if you haven't. He was injured for 2 months, more than that, and then he basically was back to spring training.
Yeah, we assumed he's going to step in and be the guy that he was at the start of the season.
Right. And that doesn't happen. I mean, I'm not sure how he was at the very beginning of spring training. He probably wasn't pitching 7-inning shutouts, right? So I think he'll probably be fine, but it might take another start or so for him to be back to where he was.
Yeah, the same thing with Kluber. If he comes back, he's not going to be. That injury and where it happened scares me, the way he throws the baseball.
Yeah, I would hate to imagine that snapping. But so Tito Francona said he's back to like pre-spring training in his rehab. It's almost like being back to December.